Prolapsed fibroid misdiagnosed as bicornuate uterus in a 42-year-old Parisian who presented with foul-smelling vaginal discharge and a mass in the vagina. The mass occupied virtually the whole vagina, such that the cervix was not felt on digital vaginal examination. This is a trans-abdominal video showing bladder here, bowel, and the two uterine horns and this huge solid mass in the vagina. Here one can see the endometrial cavity here and the endometrial cavity here, and this echogenic area is continuous with this solid lesion within the vagina. Here one can see the stretched out cervix here and fluid between the stretched out cervix and this mass. Here again one can see the stretched out cervix here. Look at the solution area between the stretched out cervix and this lesion here, and again you can see the solution area here between this lesion and the stretched out cervix. This area is the area of the stalk, and if you look at this carefully, this is the endometrial cavity, this is the endometrial cavity. You can see this is the outer myometrium here, outer myometrium here. The echogenicity of this area is different from the echogenicity of the myometrium. So just seeing that this is the origin of this stalk. As one can see, is not endometrial but myometrial in origin. So let's look at the video. So bowel, note this solution area separating the two uterine horns. Here you can see the myometrium here, endometrium here, myometrium here, endometrium here, and this thick stalk, not the fundal indentation here. Fundal indentation on ultrasound can suggest three conditions: bicorporal uterus, bicornuate uterus, or uterine didelphys. Here you can see the stretched out cervix here, the stretched out cervix here, and this huge solid mass occupying the vagina. Again, clearly endometrial cavity here, and endometrial cavity here, and this sonolescent area suggests to me that these are two endometrial cavities. So my diagnosis was bicornuate uterus. So looking at the still images here, this is the bladder, this is the fundal indentation, one uterine horn, the second uterine horn, and this heterogeneous mass within the vagina. If you look at this area is hypoechoic, this area is hypoechoic, but this area that is continuous with this lesion into the vagina is more echogenic. On color Doppler, one can see the origin of this vessel is beyond the endometrium here. So you've seen that it is of myometrial origin. So in all probability, this is likely to be a prolapsed uterine fibroid. Again, not clearly here the stretched out cervix. This is the spectral Doppler, suggesting that this lesion is likely to be benign. This is the cut surface obtained at histopathology. Note the fundal indentation here. You can see uterine cavity here, another one here, the stretched out cervix, and the prolapse polyp. Look at the thick stalk of the prolapse polyp. This is the posterior aspect showing the fundus, the cervix, and the prolapse. So probably what happened was that the huge fibroid pulled the fundus down, similar to what is seen in chronic inversion with a fundally located fibroid. So this now divided the uterine cavity into two, giving a false impression of bicornuate uterus. I rotated the ultrasound image for ease of comparison with the gross specimen. Fundal indentation on ultrasound, fundal indentation on gross specimen. Supposedly one uterine body here, the same here, second uterine body here, second uterine body. The thick stock on ultrasound, the thick stock on gross specimen, the huge prolapsed fibroid in the vagina, the huge prolapsed fibroid here. Interestingly, the cause of the offensive discharge was not coming from the prolapsed fibroid, but from the stock within the endometrial cavity, according to the histopathology finding. And final diagnosis was leiomyomatosis polyp. Thank you very much for listening.